Hello everyone and welcome back to the studio. David Kessler here. You're joining me for part 3 of my continuing series of a painting demonstration of how I create an abstract painting. Firstly, we looked at the color combination that we're going to use, which is green and red, a simple complementary color scheme. I'm going to use green as the dominant color, red as my accent color to highlight my centers of interest. In the second video, we looked at the palette of paint that we're going to use. Alright, so it's for me, a very limited palette, just a few reds, a few greens, and some white, and a little bit of yellow, and that's basically it, okay? So we're going to get started on the painting. Now, what I hope to do, and I always hope to do something with the painting, what I'm going to try to do first is just sort of lay in a little bit of color for my centers of interest, which is going to be the red. In my case, I'm going to be using mostly pinks for the reds. Okay, so I'm going to start laying in the centers of interest first, just to block in some color and then kind of try to build the painting a little bit around that, all right? Okay, let me grab a brush and we're going to get started. Alright, so let's lay in a little bit of pink in here. I'm going to do this first. Okay. There again, these are going to get more work later, but I just want to lay in a few little areas. To get me started. I'm going to try to soften these edges a little bit so I don't get hard edges later. Okay. All right. Those look about the same shape, so we'll have to deal with that later. Okay. All right, now I'm going to start laying in my dark values in and around my centers of interest. And I do that because I know right at my center of interest what I'm trying to do is get my brightest accent color against my darkest value and or my lightest value against my darkest value, right? Light against dark and bright against dark, okay? So I'm going to start with some full strength Viridian here. I'm going to immediately blend that a little bit right there. Okay. All right. Get a little bit of dark value here. Okay. Maybe I want some dark value here. Maybe this gets blended a bit. All right. All right, now I can start working my edges and working my values and my colors out from there. Okay. And really, I'm just going to sort of randomly pick my colors to put in here. See, immediately I'm working my edges and my dark values because I don't want that to dry to leave these hard edges, right? So I'm going to try to blend this in as we go. I use my tool to make some graffito marks in here. Alright. Let's work on a little bit of yellow green. Let's give me yellow green going in here. Well, that's a muddy mess right there. Pull that out. Well, I'll tell you, I'm not having much success with that. Alright, I'm going to abandon that idea and do something else. Big thing for me right now is to get as much of the surface, the white surface, covered as possible, because I can't really judge my values in my painting until I get this white area covered. I think this is going to be kind of a landscape type composition, so I'll have some kind of landscape wedge type shapes in here. All right, so far I've got centers of interest blocked in. I've got some dark value laid in here. I'm beginning to work my edges and adding some more dominant color in there. Right, so that's going to do it for this video. So I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks.